guys, in today's video I'll show you everything you need to know about the collector. This is the complete guide. So first let's look at his locations, and the first one is his quest, which appears on the map when you reach Act 5. So when you've completed all the acts and not Act 5, then you'll find his quest appear on the map. And here's the awesome looking new location, and you need to defeat 3 titans outside of his building before you get to meet the collector. So you get to enjoy the great scenery outside his place. And once you've defeated those 3 titans, then you get to see him inside the building. And I'll let you listen to the dialogue because this is all new.
After centuries of meditation, at last, a warrior approaches wielding a weapon of true craftsmanship. It will make a fine trophy.
So there you've met him for the first time, and that's how to meet him first. And after that, the quest becomes an explore quest, and he won't be in the building. Instead, there'll be a 4th titan you need to defeat. However, he does appear around the world, and you'll see here he's in Act 1 and both Act 3s for Issa and Cyrus, and also Act 5, and even an interlude, the Plains of Korok. So you'll meet him in various locations. And let's look at his weapons, and 6 of the hidden items are actually weapons from the collector, and I'm showing them here. And it's the dual heavy and light for both Cyrus and Issa. So now let's look at the main part, the battles, and this is how to get those weapons. So in total there's 6 battles that you have with him, and the first one is at the quest when you first meet him. And the first battle is for the Axe of Garlic, and he's level 100, and you need to risk your weapon to win his weapon. So there he fights with the axe, and he's only got 8,750 health, so there isn't much of a risk of losing your weapon at that stage. And here he is handing you the weapon and saying his new dialogue. And that's it, that's great, you've got the Axe of Garlic, and that's a pretty awesome looking weapon. So the second time you meet him, he's level 500, and it's for the Blade of Eredum, and you'll see it's a light weapon for Issa, and his health is 44,388, so it's still pretty manageable. But you'll see that his level and health increases each time you win a weapon from him. So there my Cyrus won the Blade of Eredum. So on to the third battle, and he goes up to level 1000, and it's for the Subtle Knife. And that's a dual weapon for Issa. And you'll see it here, he shows you his weapons at the beginning of each fight. So his health is 79,778, and that's still fairly manageable, especially if you've got a Spectrum attack gem, so there isn't too much trouble at that point. But it's like the arena, where each time you defeat the titans in the arena, they go up in level. So the same with the collector, and here I got the Subtle Knife with Issa. So on to the 4th battle, which is for Orky weapon, and he's level 2,500, and his health has now gone up to 199,261, and I had the most trouble actually with this battle, and not trouble, but it took me the longest, because he had both normal damage resist and spectrum defense, and my magic wasn't charged, so I couldn't use nullify, so it did take a while to get through him. But I was successful, and I got the great new weapon, the Orky, and that's a dual weapon for Cyrus, and we recognise that from IB2. So on to the 5th battle, which is for the new weapon, the Spear of Teth, and he's level 5,000, and now he's 398,399 health. So he had perfect block only perk, so I used dual weapons, and you can see that he fights with the weapon that you're trying to win from him. So he fights with all three weapon styles, heavy, light and dual. And I didn't have any problem there with my dual weapon and spectrum attack, and I got that Spear of Teth. And so the last battle is level 10,000, and it's for the Dragor Blade. And I use Nullify Magic, Rare Attack Gem, Titan Breaks, Spectrum Attack and Defense, and also Titan Speed Gem because he had super fast attack. And now he is 796,674 health. So that's pretty high, and that's like the highest level in the arena. And so I got through him with the Nullify Magic and a high level Spectrum Attack Gem, and so I was able to get the Dragor Blade, so that was really great. And although he says he'll meet you again, you actually don't meet him once you've got all the weapons from the collector. Now let's look at what happens if you don't succeed. So here I'm going to lose my weapon. He's level 2,500, and I lose the Molnar to him. And he then takes your weapon. It becomes his, part of his collection, a bit like in Deathless mode. And so you need to find him again and fight him to get your weapon back. It's the only way you can get it back. And once it is collector's loot, you can't remove the gems. So again, like Deathless mode, the gems are locked if they're equipped in the weapon. So then you'll see he's reduced his level to level 1000, and he actually fights with your weapon that you lost to him. So you need to beat him at that stage to get your weapon back, and that's how you can retrieve the weapon. And you'll see, as I said, his level went down. And so now I'll show you what happens if you don't win your weapon back. So here I lost my granite hammer, and with the loot fight where he'd gone down to level 1000, I lost that loot fight, and so I lost the ruin blade as well. However, unlike Deathless mode, he keeps all the weapons that you lose to him. So for me, he had both weapons. And the next time I met him, he had gone down further, so he's level 500 now. And you fight him for the first weapon that you lost, which was my granite hammer. So when you beat him, you get your granite hammer back, and when you meet him again, you get your other loot back, which for me was the ruin blade. So you need to defeat him as many times as you lost for your weapons to get them back. So I hope this helps you beat the collector and get all his weapons, and also recover your loot if you happen to lose it. Thanks for watching Tamil Channel, your favourite channel for Infinity Blade guides. If you enjoyed it, please like, comment and subscribe to my channel, and check out my social pages and my website. Thanks, see you next time.